checking out the food plot, doing some grass cutting here. But here's an update on the clover. Lots of good clover here. I see a lot of tall, I don't know what kind of grass this is growing in here, but I actually did spray this and this stuff has come back. I don't know what it is. I don't see too many broadleafs in here. There's some stuff, whatever this big one is here, but I got some spray for that too. There's some weeds in here, but I thought for sure I killed all the grasses out of this, but this, I don't know what that tall stuff is, but the clover looks okay. Now right here at the deer feeder, you can see where all the deer stand. The deer stand here, and I got them on camera all the time, and it kind of makes like a muddy area here. It's dry, it's pretty dry right now. The feeders are completely empty. Anytime I refill them, I got all my new feed right here, but anytime I refill, I always clean it out with this. I scrape out all the dust and everything because you don't want any kind of mildew or bad smell inside that feeder. So before I refill the back hopper, I'm going to make sure it's all clean. And then let's check out this food plot. Now the last video, I walked this and I sprinkled in oats. Well, besides the million deer tracks all in this dirt, I sprayed it with Roundup and it killed all those vines. If you remember, all those white vines that were in this stuff, they're gone. And what we're left with is oats. It looks like it's very sparse. By the looks of it, I could have put it on 3 times as heavy as I did. But there, it looks like tall grass coming up. And then on this side is our soybeans that look a little bit better. They're still not tall, but they were like a really light yellow color, and now they actually got a darker color to them, which I'm kind of liking. And you can see how they kind of spread. They spread into the oats a little bit from me broadcasting, especially like right there. And I saw that on my trail camera and I was like, what the heck's growing in the middle of that? Because it still looks like dirt on the trail camera except for this green patch here, but it's actually soybeans from me broadcasting it. If you look here, you can see some stray soybeans growing, but I'm walking on it and it is hard packed dirt. Lots of deer tracks in here, and I got them on camera coming back and forth, but yeah, it's actually, so I guess the experiment, does Tractor Supply oats grow if you just broadcast them? The answer is yes. This is the ditch that runs down the middle, and this was all sticker bushes too, and I sprayed it with Roundup. I actually drove the buggy right over top of this, right in the middle of the 2 halves of the field, that half and that half, because when you're looking from the deer tower down there and you try to look all the way across the field to this back corner, these weeds here were getting so high you wouldn't see, so I sprayed it all. But the oats are growing, a lot of bare spots, a lot of, like right here, there's like nothing here, it's like dirt. And then when you get closer down towards the end here, we'll take a look. Now down here, there was, I thought it was milkweed growing up down here, but I believe it was dogbane. It's a weed called dogbane. It looks like milkweed, and it took over this whole back corner. And now all I see is stray soybeans and oats. And the oats did real well here, where this was all that dogbane back here, and the oats took off pretty good because they were like embedded inside this dogbane. Here's a couple plants that the spray, the dog's peeing on it now. I was going to pull it out, but yeah. So here's that stuff right here. There's what's left of this right here. And look, there's a stray soybean right there. And I got a camera right there. The camera looks straight down this field. I could see like that green growing, and I was like, oh man, there's weeds in here. All right, so it doesn't look bad. The soybeans are alive. Holy, let's go down there. These oats could have been put on 3 times as heavy. So I think I put like 150 pounds in here. Shoot, I'll put 500 pounds of oats in here. The soybeans look good. I don't see any flowers on anything yet, but I got a surprise for these soybeans. In the buggy down there, I got 2 bags of fertilizer that I'm going to broadcast into here. But I guess I should show you this. The deer have been munching on this. So when all this junk down here dies off, this stuff is probably shoulder height. The bottom half of this field, I didn't mess with this year because I just don't have the money. I don't have the equipment or the money to make these giant flue pots. I'm doing it little by little. So that bottom half is going to be left wild this year. Maybe I'll expand this all the way down, and I'll just cover this whole back field. I think is 2 acres. So I can make a 2-acre food plot back here. I just don't have the money for the seed, the fertilizer, the lime. It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money when you do that. The work, I'm not worried about the work. It's the money, how much stuff costs to do this. It's crazy to just have deer around. It's probably just as easy just to sit in a deer tower and just hope a deer comes by, which it does work. But if you can see, let me get out of the sun here and I'll turn around and I'll show you. Get up here in this clover. This field here is surrounded by woods all the way around. So in the fall, if they're not eating acorns up in the woods, there's really nothing left for them to eat. So my theory was to put some food down in here, and the deer will come off these mountains all around to come down into these fields. It's the only place around for them to eat. So that's why I started this. But I got some fertilizer here, granular fertilizer. I'm going to spread that right here. And this is the kind I bought. This is what the store had. 16,616 from Tractor Supply. It actually says it's for pastures, and that's the number right there. But I'm quite sure this field has never had anything in it for years and years and years. So I think anything I put down on here will help. So let me get this feeder filled up, and then we'll start spreading this granular fertilizer. And then I'm going to come back with the sprayer, and I got some 1010 liquid fertilizer, and I'm going to drive and spray with the wand the liquid fertilizer and get some kind of foliar spray fertilizer on top of all the plants that are here now. And then I'm going to broadcast, what do I have? Brassicas. I bought a bag of brassicas in here somewhere. Yeah, I got some big and beastie brassicas for back here. Perfect.